guys, welcome back to Release the Craftin' and welcome back to Moths in the Scratic. That's hashtag Moths in the Scratic. A Scratic is a scrappy attic where you keep all your scraps. Because this is a scrap busting ephemera making challenge hosted by me, Priscilla, here at Release the Craftin'. And we are on day 19. And it is Moth-Eaten. That is the prompt, because of course you can't be digging around in your Scratic and not find something eaten up by the moths, right? So yeah, that's what we're doing. And you guys, I finally did it. I finally did something quickly. If you watched the video from yesterday, you may have heard the manic glee and giggle that I made when I realized what I was doing for today's prompt. And that's because I knew in my heart and my soul, you guys, that it wasn't going to take me that long. So much so that when I got done recording yesterday's video, I got up, went to go make another cup of tea, and then was like, but what if you just did it right now, though? So what ended up happening was I have a cold cup of tea, and it's also overly steeped, and it's fine. I will drink it anyways, because I don't like to waste stuff. I'm just going to heat it back up and go right back to it. But I also have a finished project, which was so exciting and so satisfying, because like I told you guys, I now need to catch up from the other day. I was talking about it. I need to catch up because I am dangerously close to being exactly on time, which in the world of video production, for myself at least, is behind. So what I have is some of this fabric. You might remember it from day 9 when we did Spark. This is like plasticky fabric, like a pressed plastic fabric that I actually had like a mattress lining or something. Something about my mattress, I don't remember. It came with my mattress at some point. It was like wrapped up in it. And I saved it because I was like, this is interesting fabric. And when you heat this fabric up, it does dry, because that was what I was doing. But the longer I heat it up, the more it just started to sort of evaporate and look chewed up. So I was like, oh, this is Moth-Eaten for sure. And so I saved it just specifically to use for this project. And I wanted to sort of emulate those like lace window tags with these frames that I have, because I have these frames in abundance. So I made a Moth-Eaten fabric tag, basically card, because they're kind of card sized more than tag sized. And I actually really love how these came out. They were super simple and easy to put together. And while I was making it, I kept thinking of ways to like add more stuff to it, because I was like, man, this is not a very elaborate project. You know, it's not the most elaborate thing that I've made. But then I had to sort of give myself permission to do something simpler, because I need to catch up, right? And that comes into the trying to like one-up myself every time I do these projects. I like to go over the top and do something different and do something more than I normally would, and add a little bit extra than like I normally think is okay, because like I want every piece to be better than the last. That's the kind of like thing that I strive for, is to always be like improving and growing on my skills and my designs as an artist. So I want them to be more. But I think I also have that problem where like more is more, but also more is too much. And like sometimes more is less and less is more, you know, all the things, all the words and stuff. And I sometimes I just have to tell myself, like, that's enough. Don't do anymore. And that was, like, what I had to do this whole project, because I was like, you told yourself you needed to do some easy, like, stuff so that you could catch up and be back on top and not be stressed trying to do this whole challenge, because I don't want to fall behind. That's the thing. Like, given all the stuff that goes on in my life, like with the various health issues and my wrist issues, I don't want to fall behind. I just want to stay on top of it and make sure that I finish this challenge in the very least. And so I definitely have to be like, okay, we have to be simpler. We cannot keep adding things. And every layer you add is another, like, you know, couple of minutes that you're adding to this project. And after so many layers, you've added another half hour to something you told yourself was going to be simple. So I stuck to my guns on this one and did not add anything, and I really was like, some stamping and embossing would really like kick this up a notch, and it would. But I made it a point to stick that fabric in as soon as possible so that I would not be tempted to go back and heat emboss stuff, because, like I said, once you start to heat this little plasticky fabric up, it starts to deteriorate, so eventually those frames will be empty. They will be completely empty. I will have heated up everything inside, so I couldn't do that. So I tried to like trick myself into not adding extra stuff to add extra work. And as simple as these are, I'm really, really happy with how they came out. What I will say though is that even though you can see them from both sides, I don't like that you can see the white moth on the other side, and I'm not going through the whole process of like mirroring these moths so I can print them on the back side and like cut them out and print them on the back. I'm not doing that. So I'll probably end up gluing these down onto something else at a later point in time. It's fine. They might make like tag toppers or like envelope toppers or something. Who knows what they're going to do, but they're probably going to get their Second Life glued down. If by some circumstance, some miracle circumstance, I don't glue them to something else, I did put a little bit of the gilding on the backside just in case, so I could like have the completed project all the way through. But yeah, as it stands right now, I like them as cards. I think they're fine, but I think they would be better on something else. So that is what's going to happen next. That's where they're going to go, probably. And that's it. That's the whole project, guys. We're done. We made it to the end of the video. Give yourself permission to do something simpler if it makes it easier for you to get something done. And that's the lesson of the day. I don't know why all of these are turning into therapy. That's it for me, guys. I will catch you guys all tomorrow in the next one. Until then, I appreciate your faces. Check out the hashtag Moths in the Scratic playlist in the description. Yada, yada, yada. Happy crafting, guys, and goodbye. I appreciate your faces so much.